Hey, good morning, everyone. We're going to start just a few minutes early. I'm just kind of antsy, so we'll just get going early here. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday, December 2nd. Man, this year is going to be gone before you know it. Absolutely. Get your Advent calendars out. Start plucking out the little bottles of whatever is in there, or candy bars. And before you know it, the month will be over. Okay. All right, let's go here. Job numbers are out, and the market didn't or doesn't seem to like it. Judging right there. Oh, Joe, better than yesterday, but I'm moving slow, real slow, but better than yesterday. I've got some good drugs now, so maybe that'll be helpful. Yeah, thank you very much. So anyway, it appears that the market is not completely happy with the job numbers. When the job numbers came out, the market, the SPY, just instantly pushed to the downside. We're sitting here on the T line. This is real-time, pre-market time, so it might be a little bit different when the market opens. So the thing I've got to wonder, I mean, I always wonder, are we going to crash and get all short? I'm always wondering that. And then, of course, are we going to pop out of this right here? Right now, we're just, I'm going to take this low here, and we're going to go up to that trend line. And what we've done today is we've just come back, not even to the trend line. And even if we came back to that trend line, isn't that kind of exactly what it's been doing? I mean, if you look, I know we'll take it from here. We get these lows and highs, lows and highs, and lows, not quite a high. A low, high, low, maybe a high, maybe. Need to get a ruler out, I guess. So you see, overall, the chart's been doing, just fine up here. So I'm not sure I want to jump in. I don't want to guess, hey, the market's going to tank or the market's going to go up. I would stick with that trend. I've been adamant about that. Maybe to the point of being rude, and I apologize to people if you felt like I was rude with it. I just believe in it so much, and I just don't believe the news should be followed. I don't know how you can technically trade the news, and this is what we do. We trade technically. So right now, I'm still going to have to say the bulls are in control. They lost a finger here this morning. They could grow it back today, but they lost a little finger here. So if we take a look at the diamonds, diamonds are up nice. Nothing has crashed about it. Trend is still working. Even if we pulled back to this downtrend line right here for a test, that would not be a surprise. It might be an oh darn, but not necessarily a surprise. And if it does get below that trend line, then we will take appropriate actions to the short side for sure. So T2123, T2123, there we go. This is a TC2000 tool for those that don't know. I follow the 15-minute and the hourly chart. And you can see the hourly chart never wavered. Even through here, it never wavered and still bullish. 15-minute chart, we did kind of waver a tiny bit right through here, I think. Made me a little bit cautious. Then we tried to pick it up. With the move down, if the market actually opens up a little bit down, this is going to push down. And it may give us some 15-minute weakness. And then let's just watch the market, see what happens here. What else do we have? I look at IYT, the transports. They're bullish. Trend is working. We're above that downtrend line. I look at SMH. We're bullish. We're still trending. We're above that downtrend line. There are certainly individual stocks out there, no question about it, that may be able to be shorted. This is one of these markets where there are shorts and there are longs. You know, it was just a couple years ago, you were bunkers to short anything. Absolute bunkers. Just buy long everything. And right now, there are shorts to be had along with the longs. That's for sure. Okay. So, I don't have any charts this morning. I would certainly be delighted to take a look at some of yours if you have any. Would really like that. Otherwise, this would be a short little morning, which is okay with me too. Warm my coffee up. I did have somebody ask me about Tesla. And I'm not bullish on Tesla here. Well, let's get rid of all that. There we go. I'm not really bullish on Tesla yet. Not at all. And that doesn't mean there's not a bullish trade. Okay, and their question was about bullishness. It doesn't mean there's not a bullish trade. There is. You know, you've got your low, your high, your higher low. Whoops, your higher high. We're sitting in a 3/8 trap right now. So that's a bullish trade. So what we're going to look for is what's our targets to the upside. Well, the first target I'm going to look at is this. Well, not the first, really. Let's get rid of that. Try to. How do you do that? There we go. Is right about here is the 34 EMA. And no, I take that back. Maybe I better do it this way. I said I was slow, but good grief. There we go. See, we have this resistance right here. Here's this high, or this support over here. So that's a 34 EMA. We're going to have to get through that. And then I think what we're going to have to do is get through that 50-period moving average. And then from there, I think we've got some really, really good trading. Now, this could absolutely be traded. I think your eyeballs need to be focused on it a little more. Stops need to be right. But there is a trade there. There is a trade. All right, anyone else have anything you want to peek at? Let's look at Apple while we're here. So Apple, I'm not bullish and I'm not bearish on Apple right now. I think Apple needs to give me some more information. I think Apple is just channeling here. It needs to move, give us that little clue to be safe. And of course, it could be traded. I mean, anybody can trade it. Anything can be traded. That's not the problem. I'm looking for something that might be a little safer, a little more makes sense to me. And we're in all this chop area. Not sure I want to be there. I love Apple. I think Apple goes higher. I don't think Apple goes too much lower. It can go lower, but I don't think it goes too much lower. Or shall I say, down the road, Apple's going to be a winner. Maybe that's the way I should say it. So I'm thinking above 150, 146, 147, 148 through here. If we can hold above this, that puts us in line to run up to this 153.30. Above win 153.30, I'm good to go. I'm buying Apple. And to the downside, Apple starts cracking these lows. I kind of think the handwriting might be on the wall. So if we get through these lows, then we'll watch these lows back here in November. And then from there, it could definitely fall a little bit. I just don't think there's a lot of information on Apple right now. I think we need to be a little patient, maybe. KHC, yesterday, the day before yesterday, we entered KHC. We talked about that. We talked about this 39.90 line as being important. I didn't think it was going to be this important, but okay. We did take our profits because that was kind of the plan. And then kind of the plan was to add to it on a pullback. I doubt I'm going to add to it, and it's only because I just don't feel good, and I'm just not going to trade. Never trade when you don't feel good. But right now, KHC is looking pretty good here. So. All righty. So seriously, if there's nothing else, if everybody's good, trade smart. If you have any charts you want to look at, we have a couple minutes. We'll give it a minute here. Good morning again, everybody. It's X. Thanks, Paul. X. X is still trending. So with that, I have to be a little bit bullish. X is fighting this trend right here. So, you want to throw a little caution out there, just a little bit. But overall, I think X seems to be doing a pretty good job. I really do. I've got some targets on X here. Yeah. So the big thing about X is finding buyers in this area, enough to push up. And the trend here is good. It's normal, to retest recent highs, and here we are, right there. That's going to be the big thing. But overall, I like X. We've talked about X. We've talked about your X. Let's see what else have we got. And thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Hey, Carol. I do feel better today. I'm a little slow, but I do feel better today. Thank you very much. Oh, what was that? CTLT. Oh, there we go. So CTLT, I'm going to get rid of all that. I don't think it's a little bit weak. I'm not sure what you mean by weak. You'd have to point out where the weakness is. I happen to think it's pretty good setup here. But, every trade is a little different. So let's talk about this. This is a bullish W pattern. Bullish W patterns are reversal patterns. Okay? You've also got a cradle pattern right here. Anyway, W patterns are bullish reversal patterns. You can trade them if you want, or you can sit back and let them confirm and then trade them. Okay? Sit back and trade them. So I see this, and this comes back to the pocket. I want to be a buyer. Now, the downside that I see to this is it's still screwing with the bottom, is what it's doing. It's playing in the mud, the blood, and the beer is what it's doing. And that's okay. It can be traded. I see a target here, and I see a target at that 50. Okay? Now, on your, thank you for answering, on your a little weak pre-market, and then I asked, I don't know what you mean by weak. And then you said again pre-market. You're talking about this right here. That's not weak. That's not weak. That's what it's supposed to be. The chart's been up 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, do we seriously want it to keep going up? Of course we do. But what we want to do is pull out that common sense indicator. Is it common sense that it's going to keep going up? No. No, not at all. That's horrible common sense. I think this is a fantastic bottoming chart. Maybe the buy will be today. Maybe it won't be today. I can tell you up over the 50 period moving average, or maybe up over those lows. I think that is a magnificent chart, and certainly tradable to those lines up there. And if that's weak, for God's sakes, turn your intraday charts off. I'm dead serious, Joseph. Intraday charts is the devil. That's what it is. It's the devil on acid. And there's no good comes from intraday charts. No good at all. Anyway, thanks. SWBI. Moving on up. Yeah, it's moving on up here. I think here's what I see. Okay, I see we need to break out, which means it can be traded right here. I mean, I get the whole 3/8 trap. I get the whole trend. I get the little flag here. I get that. It's going to need to break out. I would have no problem buying that on anticipation using a stop. You've got resistance about, or target area around $13. So it's take your money, let it rest, and then go after it again and maybe into the 13.85 area. That's what I see. That's what I see there. Okay. Oh, Costco, and then we'll be done. Costco short down to 481. 481 down to here. Sure. You guys all know that that short down to 481. Sure, why not? Why don't we just say short down to 417? Why not? Sure, why not? So there is nothing about what is going on here that says we're going to go to 491 or 417 for that matter. What it is about following price. So here we've had this gap down, which the sellers have control. No question about this. Sellers have control right now. We're under the trend line, trendicator line, so bearish on that. Well, here we are at the 50. So now what has to happen is we need follow through. So to get down to 481, or for that matter, get down to 417, like I said, you might as well pick 417. What it's got to do is break that 50-period moving average and break this little support right through here. So here's what you do. If you want to trade this short, not a problem. Pick out a stop. That's what you've got to do. Pick out a stop and place the trade. A chart in a trend will stay in a trend until it's not. So right now, I would say this is trending to the downside. I would say that. Very short-term trend so far. Early trend so far. Early trend. Can reverse at any time, and that doesn't matter how short or how long it is. It's about following price. So right now, I would say yes to the short side. Clearly, you're going to have to break here to get here. Once you get to 481, then better look here. Then maybe what, 474, then 460 something? Who knows? Maybe to 417. But to get there, you're going to have to climb down this little mountain, one rock at a time. So climb that rock to get this or this rock, climb down that rock to get to this rock, and it's all about price, is what it is. Okay, so if you're high on Costco short, then I get it. By the way, I get it. Just put that stop in. It broke trend. I think you can logically make an argument. So you might want to watch that trend right there and keep an eye on that 50. Anyway, follow price, okay? Follow price. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back here in about 25 minutes. Market opens up. All righty. Thank you so much, everyone. See you shortly.